Okay, welcome back everyone, and now we're going to work on solve a system of equations by substitution. That was covered by U8. We're going to get started. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so solve a system of equations by substitution. First of all, go ahead and make yourself a little graph. Make two lines that cross at the point 3, 2. So the whole point of this is that we know that that is the solution to the system of equations. They cross at 3, 2. So at this point, the x1, y1, that's the x and the y of the red line, are the same as the x and the y of the blue line, the second line. So you notice that both of the x's are the same and both of the y's are the same at this point. Using that information, we know that, this is from a bell work here, we know that at that point, these two y's are the same value. I don't know what the value is yet. We're going to find out. But these two y's are the same value. And we also know that these two expressions here are also the same. If this y equals this y and this y equals this, then all four things equal each other. Okay, if these two y's are the same, all four things equal each other. So now using that, we can set these two equal each other. This 2x plus 1 is equal to 1/3 x plus 2. All right, so now how do we get the x by itself on the left side? We have 2x minus 1/3 x. Well, I can't subtract 2 minus 1/3 very easily, but I can turn the 2 into thirds. Well, 2 times 3 is 6, right? 2 times 3 is 6. So 6/3 and 2 are the same number. 6/3 and 2 are the same number. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So 6/3 minus 1/3, 6/3 minus 1/3 is 5/3. So 5/3 x is what's on the left. And over here we take 2, and this is a positive 1 here because of minus 1 over here. So 2 minus 1 is 1. All right. Now you might remember I taught you that you can take this x and make it jump on top. That's from other videos. So we know that 5x over 3 is equal to 1. So how do we undo this division here? We're going to multiply by the denominator. So we're going to multiply both sides by 3. Okay. And then what we end up with, these cancel. We end up with 5x, because we got rid of these, is equal to 3 times 1, which is 3. Now one more step. How do we get that x by itself? Well, we're going to divide the 5 out of both sides. And we end up with the x is equal to 3/5. That's where it is, where both of these lines cross. That's what the x value is 3/5. So all we have to do is put that 3/5 right there. Now we need to figure out what is the y value. Well, that's pretty simple. All you have to do is plug in 3/5 for this x or 3/5 for this x. I'm going to go ahead and plug it into the first one. Okay. So what I end up with is, y is equal to 2 times what's x? X is 3/5 times 3/5 plus 1. Trying to figure out what the y is. Well, 2 times 3/5 is 6/5. So y is equal to 6/5 plus, well, I don't want to add the 1. Let's turn that into fifths. What divided by 5 is 1? Well, 5 divided by 5 is 1, so that's 5/5. So now I know that they're over the same thing. So that's 6/5 plus 5/5 is 11/5. So y is equal to 11/5 where those two lines cross. All right, so there's the bell work. That's your first example. We'll work a few more here. All right, so next example. These are great when they're like this because it already tells you what it is. I already have one of my two values. So I know that the y is 2. Now all I have to do is plug that 2 in right here, right? Because that's what the y equals. So 2 is equal to 3x plus 1. Take 1 away from both sides. 1 is equal to 3x. Divide 3 out of both sides. So 1/3 is equal to x. There you go. So I know that these two lines, where they cross, the x is 1/3 and the y is 2. All right, we'll look at a couple more examples in the next video.